Hello, everyone. This has been a series that I've wanted to make for quite some time. And, well, what better time than to celebrate my 10 subscribers? Thank you very much, by the way. So, to celebrate this, I wanted to do my own spin on LazyPurple's How It Feels series. But instead of doing Team Fortress 2, I decided to do Dead by Daylight. We're gonna go in killer order, from Trapper to Vecna. So, without any further delay, here's how it feels to play Trapper. So, how does it feel to play Trapper? It's a very weird case because Trapper is one of the weakest killers in the game on an objective level. Now, see, while most killers don't have to work too hard to get what they want, Trapper needs to set up 300 IQ plays in order to snipe survivors and get them caught whenever he's nearby. Yep, because sometimes Trapper can be on the other side of the map, someone gets caught, and there's almost nothing he can do about it. But if that's not but if it's not due to his power, why do some people like to play as Trapper? Well, if you ask me, it's because you get to feel like a sneaky little Trapper is just one of those characters where you are in control. Well, not all the time, but whenever you do get that ball rolling, oh man, there is no. Trapper is just one of those killers where you have to get that ball rolling somehow, but when you do, oh man, I'll tell you something. Trapper may be the weakest killer in the game, but there's almost nothing, you hear me, nothing more satisfying than a survivor getting clamped by a trap that you cleverly set up. And that's why people like playing as Trapper. And honestly, I could end it right there. Simply because eh, Trapper doesn't have a lot more to him. Yeah, he's kind of a what you see is what you get kind of guy. There's no hidden tech or some 300 IQ play that everyone is missing. No, he's what you see and what you get. Unless this trapper is a god, because this trapper, if you remember in the video, set up a trap in just the right spot on the staircase to the point where basically no one can see it. Except that's also a problem because he also didn't see it. Yeah, Trapper can get stuck in his own traps. I think this is one of the only times where a killer's power can be both a power but also a hindrance. Like here. You see, this guy was smart enough to place it right next to the pallet, which is a very risky move. But because he placed it on the very edge, that lured the survivor to exactly where he wanted him to be. And, well, we just saw what happened from there. You see, that is the best part. If you know how to play as Trapper and you know exactly where to place your traps, then Trapper actually is pretty fun to play as. But, yeah. Moving on to his add ons. Padded jaws. I hate it. They take away the one thing that makes them special. The traps don't damage people with padded jaws. And so the bag add ons are so painfully average, it's not even funny. All they do is give you, like, what, one extra trap? That's nothing. It's his purples and iridescence. No, those are upgrades. My favorite of which being a combination that everybody loves, but everyone loves for a reason: Honing Stone and Iridescent Stone. Iridescent, so that the traps will open at random, meaning you can catch a survivor without even knowing when you'll do so, which, oh, that's extra satisfying. And Honing Stone, so if they do get stuck in a trap and you're on the other side of the map, you can still get them downed. It just is so much easier to play Trapper. Of course, you're gonna have to learn to do a little bit more than that, but don't worry, Trapper's got some plans. Moving on to his perks. They're all decent. Yeah, there's not much to say here. None of them are meta. I mean, unnerving presence is okay, but I think it's actually better than people say it is, because it makes skill checks that much harder, and it makes skill check perks even more devastating. Now, brutal strength is kind of boring to talk about. All it does is make you break things faster, and that's literally all it does. You just smashy more. Agitation, that's an upgrade. It increases your terror radius when you pick someone up, sure. But it also makes you move much faster when you pick someone up. Pair this with Iron Grasp, and no one's getting out of your range. Actually, fun fact, people believe that Iron Grasp once belonged to the Trapper before it became a general perk. There is no proof of this, but I think it's pretty clear that it probably was. So, what are my final thoughts on Trapper? He is honestly a lot more fun than you think he is. Is he the best killer to ever exist? Not even close. But is he better than what people think he is? Absolutely. You see, that's the problem with tier lists. Yes, they are really helpful for when you want to learn what killers are meta, but they also really discourage you from playing some low tier characters. To give you an example, I main Little Mac in Smash Brothers, and he is the definition of a low tier character. And yet, I don't care. Little Mac is just fun, okay? I don't care if he doesn't rank very high. He is one of my favorites. And I will preach it to the high heavens that Lil Mac is underrated. So, if you want to have some fun for free in Dead by Daylight, then go ahead. Play as the Trapper. And show everyone, show the whole world how it feels to play the Trapper.